They will be excellent. We start from this hotel, which was built by Armand Hammer, by the way. You remember such businessman, Armand Hammer? This hotel to the government of Soviet Union. To the right, you can see our river. Name of this river is Moskva in Russian. Our city sounds Moskva in Russian. Our city is. To the right is Hotel Radisson, or historical name Hotel Ukraina. This is one of the wedding cake shaped tower buildings which was built in Stalin.
Oh, really?
On your left hand side, now fans people confused. Another guy who is president. His name is Mr. Medvedev. Here you see a person waving to you. Federal government office and this building. Next, this is local government. And we'll take a so part of Moscow was, which is not far from your hotel, by the way. This is city of Moscow, so-called under construction. Of Soviet Union lived here. Now their families live here. Among these leaders was Leonid Brezhnev. You remember Brezhnev? Not many people. Local people live also in the biggest country of the world, Russia. Will visit Moscow State University. This is also a education tower building. This is the tallest, and they will be also next to it. Time zones. Tomorrow will be inside. I'll show you. Height of it, 141.8 meters high. These are the symbolize the days of the war. As I told you, 1,418 days of war on our land. And the distance is St. George, killing dragon. And what's interesting from this corner, from this angle, this dragon that after collapse of Soviet Union, because in 20th century from
Between Moscow, St. George. Biggest clock in the world.
You don't see many dogs.
Moscow was plus every day, so 3 million. So, believe me, in this candles, at night a big scandal. So it means they won't be company. But first, I want to. This built by German captured soldiers.
Moscow State University.
This is symbol. Yeah.
Moscow State University.
Educational system.
Easy rock, creativity, Boston, the ruler, the ruler.
The hill to the left, you can see it's on the walls. Сейчас направо.
ha ritornato alla chiesa molto molto collegata con lo Stato. Diciamo così ricordo della gente alla chiesa ha permesso nel 42 di realizzare la pace. Poi per l'italiano, il compleanno con la nazione di la Repubblica del Cile. E questo è molto difficile.
Swan Lake.
Well, in hotel over there, this is one of the new shopping malls, the Hotel Ukraine, and works with the lights of Ukraine Hotel. Also, along the river, pass the test. Don't. So we have number of bridges. From here is American embassy, which is bigger. The biggest is Chinese embassy. By the way, right, true. The biggest Chinese, then American, then British. Arbets. To the right, you can see on the ground floor lots of shops, restaurants, nightclubs, but also last year we named this street Las Vegas Street because here we had casinos. But since July 1st last year, Russia. This is Jesus Christ Cathedral is. This church was built to commemorate victory over Napoleon. Over here to take
Hello. Okay, Moscow Palace.
The palace just in front of Kremlin. In front you can see Kremlin, I mean to the right. Ancient city. By the way, from this bridge you can see we have palaces. Now our officials were. One of the palaces is Armory Palace. Into the started built. Italy was in Soviet time. Soviet Parliament was here before. And now there's president residence. You can see gilded cupolas of after the walls, after the tower. If you look to the left, you will see the pearl of Russian architecture. Famous St. Basil's Cathedral. Look, yeah, see? And you see Gum over there. Now we'll take you over there. Red Square was market. Thanks to Red Square.
anh ấy nuôi kho này nè anh ấy nuôi
วันที่ว่าวันที่พี่เพิ่งเครื่องที่วัดต่างกันโอเคครับหยิบได้
It's definitely on last time.
They opened the icon. See? Over the key, they found icon. Icon Christ.
Well, time to go. It's already 11.
隔嘅時候都學。
White House.
White House.
Oh, tomorrow we'll have water made with you, mineral water. Of course, comfortable shoes because we'll be walking on Kremlin grounds, on the museum.
Кому отдать преимущество? Расстрел очень сильный. Опасный момент. Вилья! Выше силы. Стекель.
Anymore. And the person who mentioned Moscow was Prince. So this is Cinema Hall. Cinema Hall name of it October, named after October Revolution. Moscow in middle 90s. Same when we celebrated 800 years of foundation of Moscow. We named it Rex. This building on your right hand side with great big color, red base, great color building. This is our central post office
Built by
and
German.
telegraph. To the right, another exclusive hotel, National Hotel. In front is Manezhny Square, who also will be here today after me. Our parliament, Duma. Parliament sounds Duma. Parliament is from French phrase, parler, yeah? In parliament they speak, parler. In Russia, which unfortunately now it's closed, open it for public next year. But this is Theatrical Square, is now shows are going on new stage, which is to the left behind the posters. They built a new stage or rehearsal stage. Mali Theater. Bolshoi means big, great. Mali means small. The beautiful
KGB.
in Soviet Union time with All Saints. And churches built between 16th and 19th centuries. Can solve. And also to the left you can see it's they do some restorations here. Before here we had 3-star hotel. So many complaints we had, so they decided to get rid of it. They destroyed this hotel. To the right, merchant's hut of 16th century. What's the name of the church? Cake-shaped Stalin-style buildings. Have special stop in front of Kremlin.
Smirnov South.
Now, parkings, and after parking, driving school.
Yeah, quite severe cathedral. National Cathedral, okay.
Continue on.
Gogi
But this
Park,
is amusement park.
amusement park.
Moscow is like it very much. Gallery, Tretyakov Art Gallery, Ukraine nowadays. And from this bridge, quite new, was built only 1997 when the foundation of Moscow, which coincided. I didn't lose people yet, but in case of it, Pashkov. So, again, I want to remind you, we'll do match.
Want to take
What they do is because it gets so much fun stuff.
So this is station namely Kievskaya Kiev. Travels have the same name here, but distinguished by color, which is dark blue color. Here, style, social realism, but based on Orthodox art, because it's fresco.
celebration of the victory.
notice on this line was built in 19. Rooster, repeatedly.
Thousands and thousands of 35mm flash. We put them all on the DVD.
Also crumbling. Corner you could see changing guard ceremony. You've seen it. The national hero, Marshal Zhukov. This guy headed Soviet army and captured Belarus. He was unique general. He never lost in the historical museum. So this building was built in 1875. And next building which we passed, orange one. Before underground, there are lots of cafes there, McDonald's, Sparrow, some Japanese restaurants, and also the Hotel Moskva here. That building was built.
Central Moscow. Center of world. Mother of St. George.
Yes, which is not red, as I told you, it's beautiful. By the way, from English, many key phrases, they translate it wrong. That's why, when I'll give you an example now. Red square means beautiful square. Not red, but beautiful. In old time, this square was separated from Kremlin. Over there, where the trees are, was Mopaska or Soviet holding. They found it recently, original icon, which over there is icon of St. Nicholas. This is our president office. You see a person waving to you from Lenin tomb. Lenin died in 1924, and Soviet government decided not to bury him, but to make a mummy to show it to all progressive mankind. So it was built here, it's written 1893 by merchants who were trading here before. Further, we can see the
Department
much
store.
like Cebu, now they do restorations, has scaffolding on it, because now they do restoration, will be office.
나 저리도. Room department store.
Nadia, the best kind of Moscow.
Means a fort. A fort, yes? It's the oldest part of Moscow, the place from where Moscow started. This ensemble is of the late 15th century. Dates back to Russia. Moscow is the third capital of Russia, by the way. And it's the fourth Kremlin in its history. First two were made of wood, but they haven't survived because under the supervision of Italian craftsmen who were considered to be the best builders in Moscow. That it's unlike other towers of the Moscow Kremlin. It used to defend the approaches leading to that. The building of the arsenal, founded by Peter the Great at the beginning of the 18th century to store weapons and military offices of the Kremlin Administrative Service and the Kremlin Regiment Barracks. Behind you, there's a building in Moscow, completed in 1940, holding the then ruling Communist Party conferences and congresses. Inside, there's a lodge for apartments of Soviet officials, because when built on the order of Catherine the Great in the second part of the 18th century. Later, Joseph Stalin succeeded this Bolshevik leader, setting up his office here, and today this building houses the office of President Medvedev. It's in the shape of a triangle with cut-off corners, and there are two domes, two cupolas. I stopped here for you to...
President residence inside the Kremlin.
Castle with its 5 grey domes. Here in Moscow in 1586. Judging by the gun's tube, it's a more. The caliber is about 1 meter. The cannon carriage and cannonballs are decorative, made of cast iron. The weight of the cannon carriage is, the weight of each cannonball is 1 ton, and they are hollow inside. They are made to impress the people, not the people, the Kremlin. And so it stood next to that Savior Tower. The bell cracked, and the piece over there. The total, it is 6 meters in height. It's that it was really great, but she didn't like it. Peppers, but they are not of this. Russian here. Behind me, we can see the Assumption Cathedral, 1479, the main cathedral of the Russian Orthodox Church up to the Revolution of 1917. On its right again, we can have a look at Patriarch's Palace of the 17th century of Apostles with its 5 grey silver domes. On the left of the cathedral, you can see one dome church of the late 15th century devoted to the deposition of Our Lady's Holy Robe, which was private church of Russian patriarchs. That faceted chamber, because it is decorated with faceted stone. It is of late 15th century, the oldest secular building which has survived in Moscow to the present day. Inside there's a large hall for festivities. We can see the so-called Red Porch. In Red Square, you saw that it was not red but grey. And the domed cathedral we call Annunciation Cathedral. There are 53 interments inside. The Great Bell Tower. Let us look at the building in Moscow up to the beginning of the 20th century. Because it wasn't allowed to build anything higher than this building, and then for a long time it was one of the main architectural verticals in Moscow. 81 meters, because at first there were only 2 layers. The next building on its left is the belfry, and another building with its green turret is an annex. I'm waiting.
Churches was this, which is within Chamber Palace of 16th century, but female part of the palace. In all time, Russian house or palace was roughly divided, male part, female part. The men had no right to get the female part. Right? That means over there was chapel, or this chapel. On the ship. Yes.我都159了，159，160。